something? Hey.
It's kind of important
Whoa!
to make sure.
It actually worked.
It works.
I'm like excited. It's working.
It's kind of important to make sure the audio clicks on.
It's kind of important. Yeah,
Just
I was able to see my voice and everything. Wow.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
So this is the beginning of my part, I guess.
Dire's content.
Yeah, we went from a content corner to a content show.
Content show. It's just big enough for your ego.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
We're gonna give you 2 days.
You're gonna need a few more rooms. You got a whole week.
Hey, Super Alley, how are you?
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome on into the show.
Yeah, hello, Sophia, and it looks like Twitch Details is on here. I've seen Twitch Details like I think 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't want to chat, or maybe you're driving or something. Obviously, don't chat and drive at the same time, but we are.
Yeah, no text and drive.
We are good for. I don't know if you can watch us and drive at the same time. But if you won't tell,
on Tesla you could.
We won't tell. Oh,
Tesla will do it.
Okay. I have a customer who says the Tesla was the best thing to happen to him.
Yeah.
It's taken all of the stress out of his commute to work. Yeah. He said he gets on the highway. Once he gets to the highway, he pushes the button and he just sits back, and he says like people cut him off and people do stuff, and it used to bother him, and the car just kind of adjusts and everybody gets there, and he's like
the autopilot.
Stress free.
The autopilot. You find a lot of people asleep on the wheel on the highway.
Yeah.
It's interesting to watch.
Yeah.
So welcome officially to the pilot episode of my show. We didn't exactly get everything set up in time.
I just noticed that we're missing a light.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I didn't realize at first. But as I was looking at the camera, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I can see, I'm like, normally there's lights on either sides of my eyes, but I didn't have a light on my right side. And it's throwing me off now, because now that you've pointed it out, now I'm noticing it more.
You know what's disappointing is being the producer and the janitor at the same time.
Well, we got plenty of cleaning up to do right under the camera that you guys can't see.
Yes,
Basically,
yes.
when we're cleaning out the studio, everything just gets shoved under the camera.
Yeah.
And we deal with it later.
Yeah. Nice desk. I see the floor's all different too.
Yeah, I need to thank you for figuring out how the lighting works.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the intro. I see Sophia on here.
Yeah, has it registered yet? It has. It's registered Sophia.
But maybe she hasn't chatted. She hasn't.
It would be chatted, right? She hasn't chatted.
She hasn't chatted.
No, it would be chatted. She hasn't chatted yet. She hasn't spoken in chat.
Well, maybe she is texting or doing something, or maybe in between, or maybe she went to grab a snack, like someone did last night.
Well, we don't talk about that one.
Yeah.
We just leave it alone.
First thing about Fight Club.
What Fight Club?
Yeah. So, do you want me to show everybody the 3D print? I mean, I know some people are on Discord and some people aren't.
Yeah, it gives me time to set up the rest of my stuff here on my laptop. Let me see if I can get this to work.
Let's see. I did this wrong a lot.
You kind of botched it yesterday.
Oh no, all in. Botched it again.
Nah, it's all right.
It kind of looks like a little tower.
It's like a putt-putt course.
Yeah, did I actually say what it was yesterday?
I don't think so. So tell me, please enlighten us. What is this?
Okay, so, oh wait, maybe I did say it.
I don't know. I can't remember if you didn't.
This is like the crowning moment of my week, is the idea that we were playing dice.
Yeah.
And dice, like when you throw them, especially when you're vigorous, like you have a winning spirit, right?
Yeah.
I throw the dice. It's just a thing.
This is why your dice go on the floor.
You get better results when you throw them.
Yeah.
And possibly yell,
I don't know, Yahtzee?
Things.
Yahtzee.
So anyway, we were like tossing dice all over the place. So I went on when we got the printer. You and I, it was like right before you and I, the day before you hooked it up. And I just made this tower that I could drop dice in the top they would roll down and then be contained into this courtyard, which I just uploaded like some pictures of day 2 of the printing, which it says it's only 50%.
50% of 87 hours, right?
Yeah, but like I feel like yesterday was at 20%, and I don't know. Is it 50% of the total mass of the item?
50% of total. It has completed 50% of the build.
So it's not like 50% of the height.
No, 50% of the build.
Oh, okay, because half of the height, or most of the height is like contained to like half of the unit.
Yeah.
So I thought the longest part was the bottom, and then now it's going to go faster.
It might. Well, there's a chance it'll go faster, but at the same time, with filling it, it has to fill in all the separate blocks.
Yeah, there's a certain number of like 237 grams or something.
Yeah.
So maybe it's 50% of that. I guess I can see.
Well, who knows?
Allie says I 100% described it, but I've said it. You know, you tell the story to so many people, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Did I tell you?" Let me start.
But
over.
you know, it's fine. It's fine that you say it again on the next day, because there might be people here for this show that weren't
this
here
show.
for last show.
Oh, so that's
and
good.
tell you what, if it's still going tomorrow,
Yeah.
why don't you just go ahead and say it a third time?
I'll say the third time. I was hoping it would be done, and I could just like crack it open.
87 hours is a long time.
It's a long time. It's a long time. What we should do is come up with like a 24-hour print, and then
24-hour
do
print.
a 24-hour game while it's printing, and then see if we can, you know,
Yeah, that's how you want to do
maybe
it?
beat a game before it completes a print.
That shouldn't be too hard.
Pick a game that's like a complicated game, and then try to beat the game in a speed run before it gets done printing. That's a good idea.
Cuphead. We could probably start on the save we have where we're, I think, 47% through, and we still wouldn't beat it in
See,
time.
I would need to throw dice during Cuphead, and not because it's a dice game.
No, you throw a controller. You throw my controller.
Cuphead is a good one. That
It
would be
is.
like a good one to do on this show.
Yeah, Cuphead is definitely something I'd be interested in playing for the show, especially since we're family friendly and we're not allowed to swear.
Right. That is really good. Good. Oh, so Sophia's here.
So the question is, though, what would we design? What would be, because we have to design something that takes at maximum 24 hours, so it can't be too complex.
Well, I think we should pick the game, right?
Yep.
And then find a
Just print a model from the game.
print from the game.
Yeah, just find a model.
And then just adjust the size so that it's about 24 hours.
That's not that hard.
Yeah, no, that should be pretty easy.
I can probably make one pretty soon.
Yeah. And then when it gets done and I'm still playing oh, no, a teacup. We can print a teacup.
Well, if you want, you can print their heads, because their heads are cups.
Yeah. We need to do D&D again soon. I think we
need to
should.
do D&D.
I think we
D&D
should.
is would definitely fit my show.
Yeah.
I'd be just fine doing D&D.
And I have a dice tower,
Yeah, and you have the dice tower.
and we could roll it right there. What we should do is see if we can get like a camera and hang it there,
Well, mounted
pointing
above.
down, so you can see the rolls.
It would make things more interesting. You can just see it drop in.
The problem is the robotic cameras are like they spin around and they go to their reset position. So its natural reset position would be like the opposite way of gravity. And I
Yeah.
feel like it would probably burn out the motor after a while.
And, you know, I can definitely see how that would happen.
Yeah.
All right. So, so since it's a pilot episode and we don't have anything to actually do yet, how about a story?
I'm ready.
Okay, so last evening, I went to my buddy Austin's house, and our plan was we were going to hang a punching bag.
Okay.
So there's beams, separate beams about a foot apart on across his basement, where we're going to hang it.
Okay.
What we didn't realize is how the punching bag hangs is it mounts to a flat surface,
Okay.
and the beams are like this. So you can't mount a hook to the beams. So they're in the middle of redesigning the basement. So we took one of those massive power drills, one of those giant saws,
Yeah.
and just slowly but surely just sawed down a piece of wood. Just nope, too much, too little, a little more. finally got it, and so we got it in. We got it wedged in place. Went and grabbed the nail gun. Nail gun batteries were dead. So we had to plug in the nail gun batteries. We're really impatient, so we gave about 2 minutes. Turns out 2 minutes only lasts 3 nails on both sides. So fire 3 nails. Well, out of power. Plug it back in. Fool around for 2 more minutes. Other 3 nails. Then his family got home, which he didn't say. He didn't tell them he was doing any of this.
Nice. It's easier to ask forgiveness than to ask permission.
Well, he didn't ask for either. His mother came downstairs, asked him what he was doing. He said, "Oh, I'm hanging a punching bag." And I gently pointed out the new addition to the ceiling that we now had. And at the end of the day, we didn't get the punching bag hung.
Yeah, I would think like screws would work better than nails, right? Because
Well,
nails can kind of pull out, especially with the weight. Screws will like anchor.
we found out that nails will hold 198. The nails will hold 198 pounds. The reason we found that out is because Austin decided to test the weight. He did pull-ups on the plank of wood.
That works. Yeah, Austin's
So we did
solid.
we did test it. So everything's all set and good. And now at some point we'll have to somehow hold up and hang the 100-pound punching bag.
I envision this Chuck Norris moment
Yeah.
when you punch the bag and it just falls off. And it won't be because of great strength or skill, although it will
Gravity.
look like it.
Yeah. But it'll be
When it
because of
happens.
gravity.
It's going to be boom, and it's going to fall down and you're going to be like, you know?
That'd be a major. That would certainly be an ego boost.
Yes.
That would give me an ego boost.
Unless it falls on you.
So there's a thing I've been trying to figure out how to work. So in chat, you can do polls. You can have chat vote on stuff. I still don't know how this works yet. But once I get it working, for my shows at least, I will be putting polls into chat for you guys to decide what we do, which I think will be nice.
I like the idea of doing the polls, and we're working on. I know I saw polls with the with the CloudBot thing that I've kind of left disabled for the time being.
Can we?
I'll give
actually
a.
do it?
Do I poll?
No, it's an exclamation point. It's not at poll.
Do
it's
poll.
At
So-
is that a thing? No, we don't have Nightbot in, so I don't
Yeah.
think we can do at poll.
Hi love. Hi. I missed one. Some Sav. Hi. Am I missing somebody? Is that it? Oh, thanks
Super
for the
Alice.
studio. Thanks for the studio. We it's a lot of work actually. You wouldn't believe like going continuously rendering and everything,
No, it takes a while.
only to find out that you messed something up.
You mess up one thing, you have to go re-render it all.
Yeah.
And
The
it's
background.
painful.
It says Dyer does things, and there's
Yeah.
like the black, and
Yeah,
then
there's a black
like
layer on there.
my chair is blocking most of it, but there's like
That's all right.
a 3 monitor
just
part of
do
the
this.
logo. Yeah. So I rendered it all with the black background. Spent all night doing it. Fell
Yeah.
asleep. Did a bunch of other stuff at the same time. And then when I was putting it together, I was like, "Wait a minute, I can't see that." Yeah. Apparently, black on black doesn't work.
Doesn't exist. Black on
Doesn't-
black makes black cancel out.
Yeah. So, still printing. Yes, I posted a couple of new pictures to the Discord today, Sophia. Day 2 of the build. You can see like all the cool spiral
Yeah.
staircases going down.
And it's got individual brick marks
Yeah,
too.
and the sides of the castle tower thing actually look pretty cool.
All right. So I suppose now that we've wasted what, like 7 to 10 minutes.
Oh, easy.
Which, if there's anything I'm good at, it's wasting time. I suppose we should actually get into what the pilot of this show is about. So, if all goes well, we will have the actual first running of the show this weekend
Okay.
with everything hooked up. Should we do that on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday works better.
All right, then we'll have it running on Saturday. Should we run it same time?
4 p.m.
Yeah, like 4 p.m. normal time.
I would think that 20 minutes actually. Yeah, 16. Okay, so I would think that maybe we could do. I mean, do you have big plans for Saturday?
The only thing I'll just be going to the gym probably for about 2 hours at maybe 1:30 or 2. And then
I
I'll
would
be
think
coming
that
back.
like if we could do like a morning show
A
and then
morning
go
show.
right into like maybe a D&D thing.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll have to leave to go to the gym because leg day is Saturday.
I don't know who would like to play D&D.
Yeah, hey chat, chime in. Which one? How many of you guys would want to play D&D?
Yeah.
We also then need to set up D&D.
Yeah. Sophia is definitely part of the conglomerate.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I would think it's supposed to have 18 hours of print too, but since it's already been going on 48 hours and we're only halfway done, it's gonna have probably another 40. I would think another 40 hours of print time.
Yeah,
at
that
least
makes sense.
36.
Oh, so an idea I had for my show is guests. We can get 1 or 2 people on here, and we can have board games.
Ooh, I like that.
And then if we actually get a camera mounted up, we can have top-down view of the board games as we play.
Yeah, we might have to do. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. Maybe we can do a different kind of a camera and just pipe it through the screen.
Oh, that would actually probably be not too bad. That'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Because I am very excited to do board games.
Okay.
Because I like board games. But, I mean, I like virtual games more. That's apparent.
Yeah.
But so
No cleanup.
let's talk about Saturday's show.
Okay.
So we'll be running my segment of the show in the morning, and then going into D&D that afternoon.
Okay. So 10 o'clock for us will be what time for Sophia? They're like
6 hours ahead, so about 4 their time,
okay.
roughly. I think 10, 11, 12, and then 4 more hours. Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Okay. So about 4 p.m. Do like a half an hour to an hour,
Yeah, just normal show length should work.
and then how long does the D&D thing take?
D&D, I've got a Discord D&D game that I'm playing in, and we've put maybe 40 hours into it already, and I think we're about a third of the way through.
Okay.
D&D can go basically as long as you want,
Okay.
especially if you're making it up on the fly like the guy we're playing with is.
Yeah.
So we'd have to confine it to maybe like a 2 or 3 hour D&D game.
Okay.
That seems pretty nice because we have to think about the fact that people that when we stream at 4, it's 10 at night for Sophia, and people have school and whatnot now as well.
Yeah.
So 2 or 3 hour D&D games would probably work decently.
Yeah. We'll keep one of the channels open in Discord and pipe it through the board, I think.
Yeah, that should work just fine.
Yeah. It's half term. Takes a lot of time. Didn't you do that last time? What did I do last time? Pipe everybody through the
yeah.
board. Yeah, we have a better board that it'll be much better.
Yeah, everything
this time.
should work a lot better this time.
Yeah, it'll work much better, I think.
So for the segment of the morning show, I figured that what I will do is I will work slowly through the years. We'll start with games, and I'll throw in software and helpful like hacks and whatnot as we go through. But so we're going to start in mid '80s or so
Okay.
with the original Nintendo Entertainment System,
Okay. Yeah.
because I have over 900 of those games that we can all run on the show.
You might want to start with the Atari.
Well, I don't have an Atari, unfortunately. Back when I was a kid, Atari didn't make consoles anymore. Atari is what, 76? The Atari 2600.
I know right before I got the Nintendo, my family thought they would let me borrow a cousin's Atari because they thought like for some reason I would have a hard time making it work.
Which Atari? Do you remember?
Oh man, that was a long time ago.
Atari 2600, 5200, 7800, or 7600. The Atari Lynx, the Atari Jaguar.
I only played it for like a short period of time, and I really didn't care because I knew I was going to have it for long. I was getting another game system, so I didn't get heavily invested. You know
I can
what
tell you exactly what console it is based off of the size, if you can describe it. If it was like a big black, like rectangular type box that opened up on the back, that's the 5200.
This is like literally back in the 80s. It was a hard time for me to remember all the way that back.
80s, that's probably then 5200 or 7800.
I had the first original Nintendo.
Yeah, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah. My favorite Nintendo console that I don't own is a Nintendo 64.
We had one of those a long time ago too.
My favorite console that I do own is the Wii, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Wii beats everything.
Yeah, the only cool thing about the 64 that I remember was it was the very first actual 3D Mario game where you could actually go in any direction.
Yeah, Super Mario 64. I am going to actually be running that. I'm running that on my channel.
Yeah.
You want to go over there and check that out sometime. I'm running my first ever playthrough of Super Mario 64 on my channel.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Isn't it weird that I know more about game consoles that were before I was born?
Yeah.
So,
Sophia is still our favorite player.
So,
because of the D&D thing. They kept... I would like to inspect the... Can I buy a map? Can I...
I would like to rip this giant's head off the wall and smash it into the bookcase across the way.
I would like to come up with something that's going to do anything except for actually carry the story along.
Why do you think we've been playing this one D&D game for 40 hours?
See, it's the people who try to apply the brakes.
Oh yeah, no, the DM tries to apply the brakes and move us along, and then we just go, hold on, there's a dog over there.
Yeah, I don't recall that Alex wasn't a brake applier, right? He was actually trying to get through.
Alex did, for some of it. Alex was also, I believe, one of the ones who ripped the head off the wall.
Yeah, threatened the poor lady. 50-50.
They didn't threaten any lady. They extracted information in an efficient and perfectly humane manner.
I would like to roll to break her fingers.
Yeah, exactly. Roll for intimidation.
Not useful.
Nah,
No.
you guys were plenty useful.
We'll do a thing. Who's going to be the master?
I guess it'd be us then. I'm perfectly fine being
Okay.
dungeon master.
They did both rip the head off the wall.
So, let's see. I'm still working on procuring consoles. I might have a Sega Genesis on the way.
I actually played that too.
And if not, on Steam, I'm currently building a Sega Genesis collection, which will make it easier to pipe it onto the screen.
Yeah. So I had the Sega Genesis. I played Jurassic Park.
I have Jurassic Park.
Made it all the way through.
NES.
You could actually play Jurassic Park as the dude in the movie,
Which one?
the original movie.
Yeah, I know which one.
Oh, the doctor, whatever.
Jeff
with the hat.
Goldblum?
No. He was.
Oh, the
worthless.
old dude.
Yeah. Or you could play as a raptor.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
You could be a raptor and kill everybody, or you could be the guy trying to get away from the thing. Okay, so I was playing as the guy, got all the way to the very end of the game, and got whooped by the raptors. No matter what I did, there was no way to beat it, and I was on the last level. So I gave up, played the game again as a raptor. Got all the way through, and it's just me and the one dude, right? Easy. I'm a raptor.
No problem. You're a raptor.
His ungodly computer reflexes, anytime you moved on any which way, it would be like and you could not beat it.
He had unfair aimbot.
Well, and that's the crazy thing is he's in this wall. I can see where he's at. There's no way he knows where I'm at because he can't see me.
Well, he's a computer. He knows exactly where you're at.
I never beat the game, and it was so frustrating. I lost sleep over it. You know how, like, when you're playing a game and it's supposed to be for fun,
Yeah.
but there's, like, high anxiety.
See, I don't get anxiety playing games.
High anxiety. Like, I needed to win. We
You
need to
just
talk after the
You
show.
needed to win.
Don't forget to talk to Sophia
Yeah, I'll
after
talk
the
to
show.
Sophia after.
Okay.
So, on the subject of Jurassic Park, there exists a computer game made in the mid-90s, I think, called Jurassic Park Trespasser. It is one of the most ungodly, horrifyingly frustrating games I've ever played.
Because of?
So it's in a first-person perspective. Your arm is set to the mouse.
Uh-huh.
So when you move the mouse, your arm goes like this. Your arm goes, and it's entirely just floppy.
With your arm.
Yeah, your hand is completely just done, and it's awful. But so one of the worst parts is there's platforming in the game. Your character does not work on legs.
Uh-huh.
Your character works on a cylinder, but it's not a perfect circular cylinder. It's one of those cylinders that's like cut out, so it's like a dodecahedron or whatever it is. it's like a cylinder, but it's cut like it's got 10 lines, so 10 sides, and that is how your character moves.
Uh-huh.
So it's got flat. So the hitbox is flat surfaces. So when you jump on something, a lot of the times you catch one of the surfaces and then you just slide off. And it was awful.
Dodecahedron.
I know it's a shape, but I don't know what shape it is. What shape is a dodecahedron?
I don't think that's a real shape, but
I think it's a real shape.
I'm looking at these pictures, trying to see if I can find a good one.
So, in other words, today is National Champion Crab Races Day.
You can actually race crabs?
You can race crabs, apparently.
Wouldn't the crabs just stop and fight each other?
No, they actually race, which kind of throws me off a little. There's National Coffee with Milk Day.
Coffee with milk.
Coffee with milk, and also it's National Cabbage Day.
I'm pretty sure that they don't do coffee over with our friends across the pond, but tea and milk.
See, I've never seen anyone put milk in tea.
They probably have like National Drink Tea with your pinky down day.
It means different things no matter where your pinky is.
Really?
I know it. I don't know. Don't ask me.
It should be like drink like the Americans with your pinky down day.
I don't like tea really all that much. I don't like, and I hate coffee, so I'm not drinking either.
I drink tea. I drink coffee.
That's not true. They've got coffee. They have coffee. All right.
Well, she said it could be the no pinky thing.
No, I'm pretty sure there's coffee. Because everywhere has some sort of coffee. And I would be very surprised if Starbucks has not entered the UK.
See, Starbucks did the tea for a while.
We have coffee, and it's the only hot drink Sophia drinks. You know, hot cocoa?
See, I knew I liked Sophia.
Warm milk?
Yeah. Well, today, Sophia, is Drink Coffee with Milk Day.
Yeah, National Coffee with Milk Day. Well, you don't got to drink it. Just make coffee, put some milk in it, and there you go. You've equated to the National Day.
Yeah, well, I love my coffee.
I like honey milk. Honey milk, to me, is my personal favorite.
I don't think I've ever had honey milk.
You never had honey milk? It's the only drink I know how to make by heart.
You actually make honey and milk together?
I make it, yes.
This is like a biblical drink?
You gotta boil water and add in, and make sure you add in the right amounts of cinnamon and whatnot.
Wait a minute. So it's honey milk or honey water?
Honey milk. You need the boiled water basically dissipates the cinnamon, so the cinnamon merges with the milk.
Ah, because cinnamon is not water soluble.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna explain it all on the show. It's my recipe.
The closest Starbucks is 30 minutes away. Yes, we did. So 30 minutes, it's probably like 20 minutes to the closest Starbucks for us.
Yeah, and it's not far.
Yeah, I go there every day. It's worth it.
It's kind of sad.
There was this day where it was like so bad outside, and I was like, oh, it's so awful outside. I'll just stay home today. And then like a little bit later, my stomach was like, Starbucks. And
see,
so
I've never had that issue before.
I ventured out and went and got my Starbucks.
I've never had that issue.
Yeah.
Have you seen? So did you see what happened in Texas? Texas, apparently, a fair amount of Texas runs on wind power.
Really?
Apparently, and a bunch of their wind turbines have frozen in the cold. So Texas is dealing with massive rolling blackouts.
Wow. Whoa.
And apparently they've been dealing with blackouts for over 40 hours.
Yeah, that's hard. So
Texas isn't prepared for it.
now down the road from us, a few towns over, they had a water pipe that froze underground,
Yeah.
and it was on the verge of it was going to burst. And to keep it from bursting, they dug up a section of it and they hooked up like a welding clamp to it and ran electricity through the pipe to try to melt it, and they left it going there for like a week.
Imagine drinking water. Ooh, that really wakes me up in the morning.
I would think that it would be hard to...
Quick jolt to the brain.
It'd be like a lot of electricity, but
yeah, that's got to be a fair amount of electricity.
Although I don't think they can run on an electrical current through their windmill because it'd probably damage it.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So what we have, mainly...
It's a failure to communicate.
So to give you guys a sneak peek for Saturday's show, we have one game set up that was released September 4th, 1993.
1993.
Which I know, actually I think that's just about a decade after the NES was released.
Okay, we're going to play
Super Nintendo was out by that time. Speaking of which, I need to get one of those so I can 100% legally procure a bunch of games for it.
Super NES. Oh no, never mind.
The NES, the SNES, the SNES 64.
Well, the Switch has a built-in. You can download all of most of the NES games and the Super NES games.
Yeah. What I want is, as cool as that is, I would much rather just have the console with its actual original controllers. That's what I go for.
Roblox after Alley. Oh yeah.
They're planning to play Roblox. We're that boring.
So Starbucks is good for your soul. It's so tasty. I agree with both of you.
Starbucks is good for your soul.
When I get up in the morning, like I can literally, I get ready, do my thing, drive a half an hour, I get my Starbucks, and like after that first 2 drinks, I can feel my heartbeat for the first time that day. And it's like the sun comes up all of a sudden. It's like, whoa, the sun is out.
Sun comes up regardless.
Not without my coffee, it doesn't.
I highly doubt that.
My daylight, walk around without coffee, like 10 a.m. Yeah. I haven't got my coffee. I look like this. And I had that first cup, and it's like, one of our lights is out. So, 10 a.m., we're going to play a Nintendo game for 1 hour. And then at 11 a.m., we start a 2 or 3 hour D&D.
Or should we wait until the afternoon? Because we'll have to set up everything for the D&D
Well, I know that it'll be late for Sophia and Normand if we do it too late.
Do we do earlier then? Instead of like 4 p.m., do it like 2 p.m.?
Okay.
So that way it's only 8 p.m.?
Chicken noodle soup for the soul.
Chicken noodle soup sucks.
Yeah. How late do you think, Sophia, you and Norman will be up on Saturday? Because the last time Norman went to sleep.
Norman sleeps until the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's what I've gotten.
I think I can set it up probably while you're at the gym, and we can start at like 2 p.m. our time.
I might be leaving for the gym at 2 p.m.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to be back by noon to 2.
No, that's when we leave. We always go sometime in between noon and 2.
Okay.
So I have to work it out with him because he's the trainer.
Okay.
So I have to work it out with the trainer.
Well, we'll send a message on Discord, but we'll probably aim for like 2 or 3 o'clock. Hopefully we'll be back. You're only there for an hour?
An hour or 2, yeah. 2.5 hours at most.
We'll try to plan like around like the 2 to 3 o'clock range. Try to make it a little bit sooner. It's a weekend.
Fighting words. What's fight? Oh, the fact that chicken noodle soup sucks? Yeah, I'll fight anyone on it.
Yeah.
Chicken noodle soup sucks, and I stand by it.
Yeah. I think some likes
chicken noodle soup? You don't say. Chicken noodle soup for the soul, but it's actually just Starbucks.
Yep. So, I think that people are chatting about games. They like Roblox.
We like Roblox is fun. I am perfectly fine playing Roblox for a stream.
Yeah? I've never played. Never played.
Never played.
Never
Well,
played.
it makes sense. Roblox came out how many years ago? I've had my Roblox account since 20. Well, my current one since 2014, and I had runs before that.
Okay.
Roblox has been around for a lot. I think Roblox is almost as old as I am.
So PC,
PC, yep.
PC. Maybe you can.
PC, Xbox. For all I know, it's on the Switch.
I've had it since 2012.
Yeah, PC. It's mainly played on PC, but it was ported onto the Xbox, so you can play Roblox on the Xbox.
Okay. Okay. Regular Xbox or any?
Yeah, no, normal Xbox. No, Xbox One.
Okay, that's what I meant. Not the 360.
Oh yeah, and it's on the phone, but
Phone
no one
too.
cares about the phone one. I gotta be honest. The phone one just isn't it.
Yeah. Is it cross-platform?
Some games are, I want to say, but not all of them.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Because so the beauty of Roblox is legitimately just open source. All games you see on Roblox are made by people that actually play Roblox.
Okay, that's kind of a cool.
Yeah, every game on Roblox that you play was made by one person or a team of developers, but I honestly don't know if the creators of Roblox themselves have actually made any games recently,
Okay. Okay.
which is interesting.
He played with people on the phone. Sophia's played with people on the phone, and it looks like Alex has had it since 2010.
It's old. It's old.
Make a game on the show.
Make a game on the show? Yeah, do you want to do that? Just design a Roblox game for the show?
Yeah, I don't know how long it would take to do.
I've never made a Roblox game.
Well, it would be fun.
Another thing I want to do is I want you to play Minecraft for one of the shows.
The PC version?
The PC version of Minecraft. I'm
Yeah,
going not
this
normal
is gonna be
Minecraft
good.
either. I'm going to make you play modded Minecraft.
This is going to be great.
I'm going to make my own. I've made 3 of my own mod packs. I'm going to have you and I play one of them.
Well, the last time I played Minecraft on the PC, I looked like a 10-month-old baby just learning to walk.
Don't worry, you look like a 10-month-old baby normally whenever you play games.
Just-
even when you have experience playing them.
Hey.
Have you seen yourself play Overwatch?
I whooped all of your friends playing Super Mario.
You grew up with that.
I'm just
I
saying.
honestly think that was the first
I
time
actually
those
closed
3
my
had
eyes
seen
and I could play it.
I think that was the first time those 3 had seen a game that low bits in their life.
They were talking smack at the beginning,
They
and then it was
were.
like, oh, I could do this, and then all of a sudden it was like,
It's easy.
yeah.
I still to this day have never beaten one of those. I've gotten a World 8 multiple times on stream, but I've always die and lose all my
Wow.
lives. Are we gonna have a speed run?
Hey, I'm gonna have.
Speed run to beat the game. You can beat the game, I think, in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just run through everything.
I don't know if I'm that good yet.
Well, I'm not that good.
Or I like that good right now. I used to. I used to be able to just blow through it, but now I don't know. I'd probably have to get back into the groove. You know.
There's
what I mean?
a game called like Star Tropics or something
Yeah.
that I have been stuck on this one part of it for about 10 stream hours.
Yeah.
And still haven't beaten it. I'm fighting it. Okay, so I know this is going to sound like I'm on drugs.
Yeah.
So the part that I'm stuck on, I am beating an octopus with a baseball bat as he shoots cannonballs at me to save a dolphin that he caged. Now I know that sounds a little weird.
That does sound a little weird. Well, there's a lot of activity for Roblox, so you might want to consider that for one of your shows. It looks like Sophia said that you'd be able to make it on her server. You know,
Oh yeah, no,
everybody's-
Minecraft.
everybody's
Sophia's
willing to help.
Minecraft server.
Oh, my bad. Oh, Minecraft. Okay.
So that's cool. It's great. We will get to that eventually, but I already have my plan in place. We're going to start at as early as we can and work our way up through the years.
I like it. Sounds like
So-
a great deal.
Yes, we've got starting 10 a.m. Saturday. The first game is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tournament fighter.
Wow. If this keeps coming up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for some reason from Comcast saying I violated DCMA, whatever,
DMCA claims.
with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles while I was sleeping. And I don't know how or why, but someone allegedly from my IP address was doing something hinky
with the Teenage Mutant
with
Ninja
illegal
Turtles
downloads
scene
or something, yes, while I was asleep.
while you were asleep.
Yes.
Man, doesn't that suck?
I don't know. But now we're going to play the game
Yeah, now we're gonna play the
without
game.
sound.
So, and I've got a bunch of series of games. There's 3 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games made for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and then there's the Tournament Fighter.
Uh-huh.
The 3 games that were made kind of suck. Well, the first 2 are all right. Third one, oh boy.
Yeah.
And I will be doing a special show on games made by LJN. Do you know who LJN is?
No idea.
LJN was a video game publisher that you don't hear of anymore because they don't exist. Any game I have ever seen made by LJN has been one of the worst, most frustrating games I've ever played. So if you're ever playing Nintendo or Super Nintendo or Genesis or anything, and you see a logo that is a little rainbow and says LJN in white letters in one of the corners, may God have mercy on your soul for what you're about to play.
LJN.
LJN, you know what it stands for? Laughing, Joking, Numbnuts. That's what LJN stands for.
And they're out of business.
And they went out of business. They stayed in business for so long, and I don't know how.
Yeah.
I think they were out of business by the year 2000.
Okay. All right.
But they made majority of the games based on movies.
Okay.
Beetlejuice, Jaws, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. They made pretty much everything. Wolverine,
Park.
X-Men.
Jurassic Park for the NES.
Actually,
Or for Sega.
Actually, they might have. They might.
That might be
have.
why I was so frustrated.
They
because
they might have.
I was under this like conspiracy that
Yeah.
like I was literally playing against some kid in Japan at that very moment,
You were paying one of
And I was losing.
Asia's superstars.
and I was losing. And this
Little
was
did
back.
you know the final level is an
this
online
was,
game.
This was back when I was a good gamer.
You were good.
Very
Yeah.
top of my class.
I don't know. I feel like if I started at the same time you did, I feel like I would have been. I feel like I would have been able to rival you pretty
Yeah.
easily. Well,
We're gonna try it with the Ninja Turtles.
oh yes, we are. And there's a bunch. So I played this for the first time. I've played one match of this game, and immediately knew I had to put it on the show, just
Okay.
because of how dumb it looked. We watched CPUs fight. The CPUs were doing like Hadoukens and spinning back kicks and lunges.
Yeah.
Couldn't figure out how to do that. No clue. No idea. The only thing I figured out how to do was grab the turtle and throw him over your back and slam him down on the ground.
Wait a
That's
minute.
all I could do.
So you're fighting the turtles, or you're fighting as the turtle?
You can fight as the turtles fighting each other.
Yeah.
There's some guy. His name was like just Hit. His name was Hit. Or Hot or something. And I have no idea who he is. No clue. Like there's Cade or whatever his name is, that kid that wears the mask.
Yeah.
And then there's Shredder, but then there's Hit. I don't know who
I
that
don't know who it is. I remember Casey. Casey
Yeah,
Jones.
Casey's there. But I have no idea who Hit is. Couldn't tell
I'm at a
you.
loss. I don't know. I mean, I remember watching the Ninja Turtles. I don't remember a hit.
Oh, I haven't watched the Ninja Turtles in a good... I think that honestly the last thing I saw of the Ninja Turtles was one of the live action movies.
The original ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those were interesting.
The original first one was really good.
And then when they made more, they just sucked into
Yeah.
oblivion.
Well, and the first one has like a few choice curse words.
Well, yeah. Okay, so I want you to think of all the live action Ninja Turtles movies that were made that basically cashed in on how great the first one is.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the best quality you can get out of an LJN game.
Yeah. Actually, the Ninja Turtles 2 had... Oh, wait. The one where they're traveling through time was weird, but I think Ninja Turtles 2 was cool. They had, like, some really good lines.
Am I going to play Ben 10?
Ben 10.
Ben 10, that's when I was a kid.
That's with the watch.
So, yeah, so we've got a while to go for that.
Yeah.
We got to make it all the way through the 80s and the 90s before we reach
we're
the
going
10,000.
in chronological order, but we're starting with the Ninja Turtles in 93.
In 93. Well, no, we're console-wise.
Okay.
So, the oldest console I have that I can run games on, is the Nintendo Entertainment System, which was made in 83. So that's as far back as I can go currently, unless I can somehow manage to get my hands on an Atari console or a Master System console.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anywhere you get one. Even like
Oh,
old
I
ones.
know where to get one.
I don't think we could interface it with the stuff that we have here.
No, I think we might be able to, actually.
If you can get like a new old one that's like HDMI, but like
Yeah.
those old connectors, I don't think we can get on and make them look okay for the show. Everything's high def now.
Well, that's because everything was set to a CRT screen.
Yeah,
And those look fantastic on
before
cameras.
widescreen.
You know what I want to get to try out for a show, but I have no idea how we'd manage to do it?
Yeah.
Is the Virtual Boy. Do you remember with the Virtual Boy? The massive, like, red goggles. It was in between, I think it was in between the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64 because they ran into like a delay or something, so they released the Virtual Boy. And that sucked. So it's a VR headset, nowhere close. You're looking at a screen through two different lenses, but it's still like 2D. It's slightly 3D, but using 2D sprites.
Yeah.
And it's only in red and black. And the note on the box says that it can cause eye strain.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But you want to know what the kicker is? It didn't have a strap for you to wear on your head. It had a stand. So you had to stand it on a table and lean into it to play.
Oh.
The controller had a massive battery pack that stuck to the back of it and never stayed in place. So if you were playing and you accidentally took the controller, you could pop out the battery pack, and that's what ran the system.
Nice.
So you could kill your system midway through.
And probably right during like the worst part to lose.
Oh yeah. It was the worst. There was one good game. No, there was two good games made for the Virtual Boy. Telro Boxer, which was a boxing game, but it was done in a first-person perspective.
Yeah.
So it actually took advantage of how the Virtual Boy was designed.
Golden Axe.
But there was also WarioWare. There's a WarioWare game made for Virtual Boy that would have been fantastic if it was just put on a normal console.
Yeah.
Because it's actually a good game. And it was interesting because I haven't seen this in any Mario games recently either. The way the game worked is there was little arrow boxes. There was two planes that you could play on. And you could jump and play in the background of the game. Mm-hmm. So as you're going through, and then you could jump back to closer up to the player and go back and get things. I haven't seen that done on any Mario games, I think, since the Wii. I don't remember if that was ever done on the Wii.
I remember doing it on the regular Nintendo, but it was not meant to do it that way. It was like a loophole.
Yeah, I can understand that, but this one was an actual way the game was designed.
Yeah, this was not, and I remember hiding behind
The
the
Virtual
thing, and you
came
could
out in
run through.
95? That actually sounds about right.
You could like, it was like just an error. You could use an error in the game to just run through the whole thing behind the scenes and pass
Yeah.
up all the bad guys and get to the end.
We've got, let's see, then do you remember, was Crash Bandicoot released on the PlayStation or the PlayStation 2? The original Crash Bandicoot, which came out in 96. I think it was the PlayStation 1. Maybe. Because the original Xbox came out a little later, and then there was the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 were released around the same time in like 2006, 2007 when the Wii came out. Oh yeah, just so you guys are aware, we are reading chat and we are keeping up somewhat. This is probably how this show is gonna go. Is just talking about old consoles and games and whatnot.
That's what the show's about.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's about. You get to learn random bits of knowledge that I know. Golden. See, I thought Sophie was saying GoldenEye.
Oh yeah, Golden X.
That was GoldenEye was Super Nintendo, I want to say.
Yeah.
Was it?
I never actually played any of the PlayStations.
PlayStation 1 was 94. Yeah, so that makes sense.
I still feel like I've never played the PlayStation. I mean, we did
the original PlayStation?
Any of them.
I have a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4. I want to get a PlayStation 5, and I'm still working on getting a PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I never played any PlayStation. The Sega Genesis was the only Sony...
Well, no, you did play PlayStation. You played PlayStation a lot later because you played Guitar Hero with me on the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3.
That was like...
Well, yeah, no, that was
20-minute...
long... Well,
20-minute run of it, and I watched you play God of War a whole bunch.
God of War would be interesting to do.
Yeah.
The first Xbox was 2001, and then 360 came out later. But we need what I wouldn't know how to do. Yeah, so the PlayStation Classic, I believe, is a tiny version of PlayStation.
Yeah, and it has all the games built in, kind of like the Nintendo emulator that you have.
It won't have all the games built in. But you know what I might be able to do with that? I might be able to legally get all the other PlayStation games.
Okay, PlayStation 1.
Yeah, so that's an original PlayStation 1 console, I'd imagine.
Kind of pricey.
So that's what I grew up playing. I grew up playing I started out with a PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 1 playing Twisted Metal 2 and like ATV, Off-Road Fury 4, and then we switched to the Wii, and we played the Wii for a long, long time until we got the Xbox 360 in 2014. And then I played that a bunch, and that was probably the best console I had besides the Wii. Was the 360, and then we got the Xbox One in, I think, 2016, 2017.
I'm not sure, like, the exact dates, but yeah, that sounds about right. So the bad thing about, like, getting the PlayStation 1 is, like, finding games for it, you know?
Oh, I can do that, no problem. All I gotta do is talk to my father. and if he'll loan the games... He has a bunch of games for the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2. And if I remember correctly, the cool thing about PlayStation 2 was the PlayStation 2 would play the PlayStation 1's games.
Okay.
It was all made on the same system, so it was all backwards compatible.
You know, they should have... I don't know why anybody would make a new game system that won't play its predecessor.
I don't understand it. I don't get it at all. The cool thing, so the controller I think that's changed the most in terms of console but still kept its somewhat original design would be Xbox. Xbox has changed the most but still kept its original design because you look at all the controllers. It's pretty much the same since the original Xbox, except the original Xbox was like a 300-pound version of the current Xbox controller.
Right.
PlayStation started out with no thumbsticks, which was really weird to a lot of people. And then basically the only way the PlayStation has changed is PlayStation 2 got the two thumbsticks that would go down here, D-pad was still up here. PlayStation 3, exact same thing. PlayStation 4, exact same thing, except it had a little touchpad on the front.
Yeah. We only had the D-pad, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's one of the reasons why I like playing the original Nintendo is it's not complicated at all.
Yeah.
All the controls are really easy to understand.
So if your dad has all of the PlayStation
he doesn't
games,
have all of them, but I know he has quite a few.
But he doesn't have the actual PlayStation itself?
Probably. No, he does. In fact, I know exactly where it is. Because I see it sitting out.
Offer him something for it.
He won't. No. I think that was the first game console he ever bought.
Himself?
I think so, yeah. But the PlayStation 2 I didn't get from my dad. I would 100% stole that. There was we were walking home, and there was a tote that was sitting out by these people's trash cans. It was full of wires and whatnot. So I'm like, oh, take a look through it. And I was with my friend Levi, so we carried it home. Super heavy tote, by the way, and we found a PlayStation 2. It didn't work at the time. Turns out what had happened with it was, what we didn't know at the time, is it legitimately just needed to dry. So let it dry, and boom, I got a PlayStation 2.
Wow.
For free, and it works just fine. Never had any issues with it.
I like how you brought it home and then decided to go through it.
Yeah.
This looks heavy. It's at the trash. Let's just take it.
Well, it was that, or dig through it in the middle, at the end of their driveway. So they look outside and you see two little miscreants just rummaging through their trash.
Yeah.
And then, so you know all the Guitar Hero games I have? Those all came from my father. Every single one of those. And I think there's over 40 of them. Spanning the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3, all those are from my dad.
Yeah.
Because, and the only reason because, is his PlayStation 3, during one of the times the basement flooded, it got too humid, his PlayStation 3 shorted out. Which sucks.
I'm trying to think, like, why would it short?
Just too much humidity. It was too humid, and he turned it on while it was super humid, and it just shorted out.
Oh, so it's busted.
It's busted, it's not turning back on.
Yeah.
Which, does suck. But he didn't get another PlayStation, but all he used it for was a Blu-ray player.
Okay, yeah.
Because that was the super cool thing about the PlayStation 3. It was a built-in Blu-ray player.
Yeah. And we didn't get that in the Xbox until the one.
Yeah, and you had to have it as an app too. It still wasn't built in.
Yeah.
Which I still don't understand why. But see, that's the marketing strategy. I'm pretty sure the PlayStation 3 came out after the Xbox 360, so the PlayStation 3 had time to adapt Blu-ray software.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Just like you said, if you got the hardware built in there, why not just have it standard?
I don't get it.
You put in a disc, it works. Now you put in a disc and it doesn't work, and then they ask you to download something, but
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you know what the Famicom is?
Famicom?
The Famicom.
No.
The Famicom was Japan's Nintendo Entertainment System, and it looks entirely different from the American version. One of the biggest things is it had controllers. So the controllers were hardwired into the console.
Okay.
It was a flat console. It wasn't a box, and it had a top loader instead of the little tray you open and slid games in.
Yeah, I remember that.
One of the controllers did not have a start or select thing, but it had a microphone.
Huh? No.
And you want to know the reason for that? So in the original Legend of Zelda, there's these things called, I think they're called Pocoids. They're like little mice. Mm-hmm. And even in the American version, because Legend of Zelda was released in Japan first,
right.
Then it came to America. In the American version, if you read the manual, it says that they don't like loud noises. Now this confused a lot of people in America, right? What does that mean? How do you make a loud noise? If you were near one on the Famicom, if you're near one and you yelled into the microphone, a Pocoid would explode because it doesn't like the loud noise. That was one of the ways it was utilized. You could yell into the microphone and the Pocoid would explode.
I have like 3 things that pop in my head that I can't say right now, but it is funny. You just scream. Ah. So.
And this mouse just goes poof.
You're like sitting in your living room. It's like the
it's
90s,
late,
right?
It's late at night.
And your mom's sleeping on the couch, and you're just like,
So what I have, and the really good thing about having the Nintendo, but not the old Nintendo, but having the re-release of it, the miniature version, is it can work as a Famicom. So I can play games from Japan. I have a few of them. They're a lot harder to get.
Okay.
Because a lot of Japanese games were, well, not a lot, but a fair amount of them were released in America. Mm-hmm. But the ones that are super difficult to get are the ones that were never released outside of Japan.
Okay.
For example, there exists games. There was a game made for the Nintendo called Hydlide. Hydlide.
Oh, no.
Don't ask me to spell it. I won't be able to spell it without looking at it. I know it's H-Y.
It sounds like familiar, too.
Highlight, and then made. Oh yeah, you want to know what the was? So there was the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, there was the Famicom, and then the Super Famicom. So then for this, I believe it was Super Nintendo, they came out with Super Highlight and Virtual Highlight. Super Highlight was a port of no, it was on the Genesis that these came out on. Super Highlight and Virtual Highlight came out on the Genesis because the Genesis was more advanced. Super Highlight was a port for America of the third Highlight game. The second Highlight game was never released outside of Japan.
Okay.
So, if you didn't know this, you would think that that was the second Highlight game. No, it was the third one. And Virtual Highlight is a remake of the original Highlight game. Basically, it's still trash, but a higher production value.
I don't know what the game is about.
It's legitimately run around, kill things, get an item, go to a new area, kill more things, get another item, go to an area, kill more. It may be open world, but it's still very linear.
What was the game that you and I were playing where you were trying to upgrade the armor and we got the kid with the arrow and you keep going back to the tree hideout or something? And
Wasn't that God of War?
no, it was a 8-bit type of a game.
Oh.
And all the things were attacking us.
Children of Morta.
Yeah.
Children of
It's
Morta.
the same thing, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Except more bits.
Metroid and Zelda and
Yeah.
basically every game ever made on the Nintendo NES and or Sega.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. We're out of time. Unfortunately. Which was funny because this pilot was only supposed to run for about 20 minutes.
Only supposed to run for about 20 minutes. I'm going to hit the Discord button just in case somebody's watching. There's our Discord channel if you want to join us.
Thanks for listening to me ramble about random consoles that came out before most of us were born for 40 minutes.
I think that just for fun today, I'll see if I can get Jerry to throw the original first Ninja Turtles movie that started it all, the live action on
That was actually good.
the Discord movie night. Maybe we can get that on there tonight. Yeah.
All right, well, everyone, thanks for coming out. Be sure to come back here tomorrow at the exact same time for the normal show.
Yes. Good news.
Yeah, for good news with Digi and Dire.
Yep. And then next week,
then
Tuesday,
on-
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yep, and on Saturday, be sure to come back here at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for the actual airing of my show.
Yeah, and then we're going to try to go around 2 or 3 for a D&D. Are we going to continue where we left off, or are we going to start a new one?
I've got no idea where
We'll
we
probably
left off.
just start a new one. And we'll see you guys later. Thanks, Sophia. Thank you
Thanks,
all for
guys.
watching. I see Sophia Sumsav, Silly Gnome, Super Alley, Love Killing, Commander Root. Appreciate you guys all, and we thank you. Bye.
Bye. See you guys in the next one. So at the end of the day,